Our bodies and brains react differently because we are all unique in our own ways. Reactions are essential in finding a balance in life. Reactions determine how we cope and live our lives in different scenarios. For people with anxiety, they can tend to feel isolated in their own heads and also become frustrated in how they react to things. Anxiety is a direct response of evolution, and what this means is that we have evolved as humans to react with an anxious mindset when something is threatening us. For some, this could be a public performance or an upcoming test. However, there are many people who struggle with anxiety throughout everyday lives and tasks, such as people with anxiety disorders and phobias that cause excessive anxiety. Anxiety is a complicated mental disorder, and it affects more people than we realize. According to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, 18.1% of Americans suffer from some sort of anxiety disorder. It's important to understand anxiety so that we can break the stigma that our society puts around mental health and anxiety to become better activists for ourselves and the ones that we love. Anxiety affects our daily lives, such as physical symptoms and mental and emotional symptoms. We can better understand the stigma and understand our anxieties as well as treatment to be able to learn and help the ones that we love through heightened worry and anxiety. We can be equipped to help and understand the people who are close to us with a broader understanding of anxiety as a whole. Anxiety can have physical effects on a person, which can cause excessive worry and health problems long term. Stress and anxiety can present itself in many different ways, such as quickened heartbeat and heightened brain functions. In more severe cases, anxiety and stress induced for long periods of time can affect the body. Therefore, quote, the body's immune system is lowered and the digestive, excretory, and reproductive systems no longer function the way they should, according to an article from OU. Because the physical symptoms can be so intense, they create implications that inhibit everyday life. Two big symptoms I'd like to put a keynote on are gastrointestinal symptoms and also reproductive symptoms. Firstly, gastrointestinal symptoms due to anxiety can include nausea, stomach pain, and diarrhea. And in severe cases, some people experience irritable bowel syndrome. This is not a life-threatening condition, but can seriously impact the quality of life, according to verywellmind.com. Secondly, the reproductive system can be disrupted due to stress and anxiety disorders. And for women, this can be a very scary physical symptom because, especially for pregnant women or people who are trying to become pregnant or women who are trying to regulate their hormones. Sergio Mora states in their study on anxiety and female rats that the neurotransmitters involved in regulating depression and anxiety could affect the reproductive cycle. This could imply that a heightened state of anxiety can affect your regulatory transmitters and hormones that regulate your menstrual cycle. Periods may stop, they may become irregular, and premenstrual symptoms may become really intense. Because these symptoms can be so intense, this can make going through life with these symptoms really tough. Many mental and emotional aspects of anxiety can also affect one's life. Psychologically, our brains react to heightened times of stress and anxiety that can inhibit everyday tasks. An article about the assessment of emotions written by Spielberg and Reheiser states that fear, anger, and depression were considered by Darwin and Freud to be fundamental emotional states that had powerful effect on thoughts and behavior. Both Darwin and Freud also recognized that depression generally resulted from the interaction of anxiety and anger. Anxiety can lead to negative emotions, so it's very important to seek help. So there are many ways that we can take steps to be able to cope and manage anxiety. One of the big steps somebody with anxiety can take is to go to therapy. There are a couple of types of therapy, such as cognitive behavior therapy and a lesser known therapy called acceptance commitment therapy. Other ways to cope include physical activity, meditation, and just kind of having a support system to open up to. These kinds of therapies and coping mechanisms are really important to help a person with anxiety ground and calm their mind. Anxiety can look different for everyone, and these symptoms can impact a person in different ways, whether it be physical or psychological or both. Along with these symptoms, treatments for anxiety can also vary among those who suffer from the disorder, whether it be therapy, physical activity, or other actions. There isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to anxiety. Regardless of the type of treatment, support and love from others can be a key factor in the progression and battle against anxiety. Thank you.